So I thought it would be great to maybe just sit down with another couple and talk about some of the differences and how we've experienced them. And so I'm here with Andy and Janelle, and Andy is one of our associate pastors on staff that helps lead Casas. And so it's like great to just sit down with you all and have a chat. So how are the two, because Angie and I are like so different on some of this stuff, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So like, what are some of the differences between the two of you as how you're kind of navigating this time?
I like to follow the rules. So follow the updates so I know the rules.
The governor says, like,
yep.
You do.
The governor, the president, the health director.
And I would say somewhat of, following the rules, but the differences would be that Janelle kind of knows a lot more rules than I do, or added rules that aren't necessarily in the guidelines, but that she saw on the Today Show, like wiping down groceries before you come in the house, and that was like a new thing for me. So there's just differences with regard to, we surprise each other at times.
so I heard there was a moment where you like surprised each other at, was it Costco?
Costco. Yeah, so one of the rules is social distancing, keep your 6 feet. So I like to honor that when I go out in public. I like to be, conscientious of other people. I like people to be conscientious of me. We were walking into Costco, Andy had got in the cart, and there was a woman in front of us, and he started getting what I felt was too close to her. So I said, Andy, and he did not feel like he was too close.
Yeah. How'd that go?
In the moment, it was, we just finished our shopping, and afterwards it became really apparent that I had hurt her feelings in the way that I responded to her. And so it was a really good moment that kind of led to some further heated discussions about that moment, but that ultimately led to a place where we came to a better understanding of each other in this, and ways to actually kind of be able to give space for each other with practical things, at that point. So it's helped, actually.
I think for us, like, it's probably been the way how we experience the whole thing with COVID. Yes. Like, how would you
it's a little bit different.
Express how you?
Well, I worry. Like, I've actually had to turn the news off because it gets me so anxious. Like, I just don't, I don't watch it anymore. Whereas Glenn's like, hallelujah, it's a new day. Like, what kind of adventures can we have? And he just is thriving in it, which is so weird to me. Just very weird.
Yeah, and so like there have been times when we'll get frustrated with each other because I'll get frustrated with you because I'm just like, you're being like a damper on like the adventure.
I'm like, you're raining on my parade because this truly is a parade.
and I know I have frustrated you with like why are you leaving right now? You don't need to leave right now. You don't need, like, you should take this more seriously, or you like. And it can be, I don't know if you all have experienced this, but it can be that thing that just starts kind of pushing distance between us. So as we've kind of navigated this, I'm sure you've navigated this, like what have you done in navigating this?
Well, we've obviously had to be a little creative because it's not as simple as, let's go on a date night or go here. So one night we decided that we were going to have a date night at home and just go into our bedroom and watch a movie, which lasted about 20 minutes before it got interrupted. And then about every 20 minutes after that, I'm bored.
So it's a
little
rough.
When is it going to be over?
But so what was the net effect of that?
I think in some ways you could look at it and kind of go like, oh man, that was a failure. But really, it was a unique night. I think it was actually fun. We had our peanut M&Ms and snacks, and and we did have incremental and which was valuable time by ourselves together in the room watching.
And it was
the
the first time. I mean, this was like 3-4 weeks in. It was the first time that we really were able to connect.
And what pulled the two of you toward actually trying to do that? Because we could come up with 1,000 different things to do to stay connected, but it seems like there was something in the two of you that actually pulled you toward trying to do something. Like, what was that?
I think for me, it was like thinking of, because I remember asking her, like, hey, have you seen this movie? I think it was just a few hours earlier. For me, it was like there's so much mundane routine and nothing that is out of the ordinary. I was just thinking, can we try something that can break that kind of like sameness of every day? So I was like, let's just try something different. That was where I was coming from and thinking of like, let's just do this. Let's go. What do you think?
Okay.
Kind of spur of the moment almost.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And what's maybe the favorite thing you think we've done that has been helpful for us?
I think, and this sounds kind of corny and maybe it's just too simplistic, but it's worked for us, is when we've gone on drives. So we'll get in our car and we'll drive, just because we're with our
Nowhere
kids.
in particular, just drive.
They're on top of us all the time, like your kids are with you. And so just to get away and just talk. So we'll drive 45 minutes out, like past Oracle, and we'll do that. And that way we can connect on that level.
And I think the thing that maybe pulled us together in that was, like, it was so easy for me to just get frustrated because I felt like don't pull me into being a downer on all of this, because and
Okay.
it was like, okay, but here's the thing, it's that our partnership and our relationship and just you, like, okay, I've got to make space for that because that matters too much to me. Like, just
you mattered to
Yeah.
me, so we need to stay connected.
and it was like, so I don't want to try and change her. I don't, like, that will just frustrate her more. It'll frustrate me more. And just finding a way to just say, it's okay that we're experiencing this differently. I just need to connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow going on those drives, just like there wasn't news that like we would have to discuss or anything. And it just created that space to,
Right.
you still worry about it. And I'm still like, wow, like, wonder what's going to happen next, So
That is fascinating.
yeah, it is kind of different than what you all have gone through in this. And I'm probably one of those that has like violated the 6-foot space as I've walked by.
I'm gonna bring my
Yeah.
yardstick.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking the time to just share. And I hope that all of you out there, maybe as you're trying to find space to hold a relationship in that place where you can hold just all the differences, maybe think about what matters most in your relationship, and let that be the thing that maybe empowers you to hold both at the same time.